Hi guys, my name's Kirsty. I'm going to be doing videos on Beyond the Borderline on a Saturday. I guess I'll start by doing a bit of an introduction of like who I am and stuff. So I'm 20 years old and I live in Wales and I have borderline personality disorder. Yeah. Okay, so today is, well, this week's video is about the traits you have of borderline personality disorder and how it affects your life type thing, like what ones are the most, that affects your daily life most, yeah. I sorry. But yeah, so number one is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. Note, do not include suicidal or self-injuring behaviour covered in criterion 5. Okay, this one's a big issue for me. In my own head, I don't deserve to be around anyone, and I always feel like everybody's gonna leave me, so I push everybody away. This is a really big example. My boyfriend moved in with me into my flat, and I ended up getting rid of him. I got him to move back with his mum because I thought he was going to leave me, and also I became a bit paranoid that he was cheating on me with one of my friends. So yeah, that's an example. Number 2, a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idealization and devaluation. This one, I don't know, like I do have and I don't, like, how can I explain it? Like, everybody in my eyes are either good or bad. There's no there's not really an in between. Like don't get me wrong, like I try and see the in between. I try and see things from other people's point of view, but that's got nothing to do with it. But yeah, I like, for example, when my boyfriend lived with me, I would just go off the rails. Like, one minute I'd be all lovey-dovey and nice to him, the next minute I'd be having a go at him, shouting at him, slamming doors and walking out the flat type thing. Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, identity disturbance, markedly and persistently unstable self-image or sense of self. This one is a huge one for me. I have no idea who I am. I have no idea how I'm meant to be. I don't even feel like a human. I tend to copy other people. Like, for example, you can kind of tell what sort of people I'm hanging around with. Like, especially in school. Like, for example, if I was hanging around with people that how can I put it? I don't know. I just basically copy people. Like, in I think it's Runaway Bride. It's got Julia Roberts in it, and she goes out with each of these guys, and she copies them with the eggs. If they like fried egg, that's her favourite type of egg. If they like boiled egg, that's her favourite type of egg. That's what I'm like, but not with eggs, but with the way I'm meant to be, the way I portray myself, the way I act. I also have many different personalities for different people, and I don't very often show people the real me, whatever that is, because I feel like I have to be this way to keep them happy and stuff. But yeah. Number 4, impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. For example, promiscuous sex, eating disorders, binge eating, substance abuse, reckless driving. I have an eating disorder. I did have bulimia, but I think it's more adnos now. I do, and sometimes I do drink alcohol. And when I do drink alcohol, I don't just have one glass. I get absolutely shit-faced, basically. Sorry for swearing. And I do, as well as driving, reckless driving goes. I used to have a car, but I don't anymore. It broke. I used to drive like a nutter in the hope that it would kill me, and yeah, I don't know. It feels really awkward talking about it because like it's not something that you talk about every day. But yeah, I used to drive like a nutter until my friend mentioned to me, I'm not friends with her anymore, but she said, you realise that you could put other people at risk, and that kind of changed my tune, but at the same time I still did it. A while after, I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just thought about myself and hurting me. I don't know, it just gave me a thrill. Yeah. Number 5, recurrent suicidal behaviour, gestures, threats, or self-injuring behaviour, such as cutting, interfering with healing of scars, or picking at oneself. I've been in hospital twice for overdoses. Once for drinking too much alcohol. I've had stitches before because of self-harming. I also interfere with the healing process of my cuts. Number 6, affective instability due to marked reactivity of mood. For example, intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety, usually lasting a few hours and only rarely more than a few days. I'm not really sure what this one means, but what I think it means, I don't know. I can't really answer this one because I'm not sure. But I did used to suffer with anxiety. But this is just saying usually for a few hours, rarely a few days. But yeah. So number 7, chronic feelings of emptiness. Oh my gosh, this is like totally me. I quite often feel empty, emotionless, but at the same time I do feel emotion, because the way you're feeling is obviously an emotion, but I don't feel like I'm feeling anything. I just feel like hollow, empty. It's like looking into a dark room, an empty dark room, basically. And when I'm feeling that way, it's normally when I binge more, it's normally when I purge more, it's normally when I cut more, it's normally when I become more suicidal, because I'm not sure how to deal with that. I don't like it. Number 8, inappropriate anger or difficulty controlling anger. For example, frequent displays of temper, constant anger, recurrent physical fights. I have a huge issue with anger. Not many people, luckily, has been able to see that. The people that get the brunt end of this is my family. I can go from 0 to 60 like that. And it doesn't have to be much. It could be someone saying something that I didn't like to me. It could be anything. It could literally be anything, making me change my mood. You know, I can just flip suddenly, and then like half hour later, I might be nice as pie to them. You know, like oh, it's crazy, it's weird. But yeah, number 9, transient stress-related paranoid ideation, delusions, or severe dissociative symptoms. I quite often dissociate. There's been times when, like, for example, about, I think it was last week. I don't actually remember much of last week. I don't know whether that's poor memory or whether I was dissociating quite a lot, but I do quite often dissociate. It's really hard to explain. You don't even realise you're doing it sometimes, you know. My mum's picked up on it a few times, and so has well, my boyfriend. Yeah, like, you know, they comment on how I'm just like staring into space type thing, like I'm deep in thought. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll see if I've got any more points, because I wrote them down and I got someone to help me. So yeah, self-hatred. I hate myself to death. Like, I hate my guts. Black and white thinking. I said that. Dissociation. Distrust of people, often thinking they have ulterior motives. Yeah. Self-destructive tendencies. Large fear of rejection and therefore a tendency to push people away. I've said that. Depression. I've said that. Yeah, I've mentioned everything, guys. I hope this video is okay. I'm sorry it's so long. And yeah, I sorry if it like isn't very good. But yeah, hope you're okay. Take care, guys. Bye.